Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking already. What them feel? Wow. Rastafari. All day. Here we go. One time. Big. That is that song coming your way. Me son. Right down. Come down. Rise up.
Did come up in your head because at the end of the day.
You can ask me a question during the show. I don't mind that question if you ask me that, my brother. And I will give you the most honest question because that's why you're. Here's a hint. That's why you're one of the first. Yeah. So hey, let me stop this right now. Let me get to what we've really been doing that people want. Toke&Talk, the hot spot. Okay, this is where we're gonna bring you live entertainment, business, entrepreneurship, and more. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Roy C, aka Mr. Herbalist. You know what I'm saying? My other co-host, he's tied up right now. He's coming in traffic. He'll be here sooner or later. But when he comes, that's my boy TC, my brother by another mother. He'll be in here to host. But right now, man, we got somebody that I'm so excited for to come on my show and just talk and talk with him. You feel me? Oh man, this man's a husband. Shout out to Viv. Wonderful wife.
Gotta shout out Viv.
Wonderful wife. He's a father, he's an entrepreneur, and he's a business owner. And we call him the mortgage vet. The mortgage vet. Jonathan Davis, y'all. Jonathan Davis. What's up, fellas? What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up,
man? Hey, we've been friends a while, man.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm so happy to have you
sir.
here and give these people some knowledge right now. You finna drop it on them. They don't know. Hey, tune in. He's about to give you some gems. Excuse me. He's about to drop these gems for you. So. But tell them a little bit about yourself right now.
All right, so for those that don't know, I am originally from Lakeland, Florida. I went to Lake Gibson High School. Shout out to Lake Gibson High School, class of 95. I ain't got nothing against any other high school. And I know TC probably, but I ain't got nothing against any other high school. I love everybody class of 95, but shout out to Lake Gibson class of 95. I'm a Lakelander, man. I was born and raised here. Most of my family still live here. I went off, joined the military, left the military, got married to the most beautiful thing in the world. That's my girl Vivian. So shout out to Juana La Viviana on Facebook. She is my right hand, my ace coon boom, as my dad would say it. My all that. She
all that and above.
She all that. I got
very, very, very lovely woman. I must say, I know it. Hey, I do want to say this. They are great hosts too. They are great hosts.
Hey, we
done
had a couple parties.
A couple parties, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of them.
Yeah.
Hey, they are great.
And my wife, my wife
feed
is
you to death, drink it. Hey, good people.
Yeah, and hey, thank you for that. But my wife is. Everybody knows me. I don't really go too far without her. She's sitting over there in the corner. She probably gonna be over there telling me not to say something, whatever. So I'm gonna keep an eye on her. And if y'all see me look off to the side, that means I'm just checking in with my barometer. She keep me tight. She keep me right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what a wife supposed to do.
Yeah. And then shout out to my kids, man. My oldest Julian, my middle child Janelle, my baby. That's my world. And then my baby boy JD, and he over there in Chicago doing his thing at DePaul. So
we're gonna get on with this. And this is not interviews or anything. We just like to talk. And I do have a couple of questions for you because you are a mortgage person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're dealing with. We actually as a people need to know and understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I mean, we're lost.
Right.
We're lost. You know what I'm saying? And by hoping you being here, we can empower some people to end. You know what I'm saying? To get a grasp of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If 1,000 people and 2 listen, I'm good with that.
Right.
But we need to tell them what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, tell them about your business and what you do as a business owner.
So I mean, for the last 15 years, I have been involved in the mortgage industry in some shape, form, or fashion. I've either been the person that's helping people buy the houses, or I've been the person that's doing the financing, or I've been the person that's helping the investors but I have always been a part of what's going on in the mortgage industry for the last 15 years. And for a while I was in private banking at Fifth Third Bank, and I did that for a while. That really didn't suit what my needs were. So I decided that I wanted to be broker, and I wanted to go out on my own, and that's where I'm at now, Roy. So Davis Legacy Ventures is what we do. We do fix and flips. We do financing for investment properties. I can do FHA, USDA, VA loans, and all that good stuff.
VA loans?
I can do VA loans. I'm the mortgage
We
vet.
shall be talking.
I am the mortgage vet.
We shall
That's
be
what they
talking.
say. You know what I'm saying? So
throw the V in there.
hey,
throw the V in the air. Throw the V in the air.
So I do. I do mortgages basically.
Okay.
But recently, my wife and I decided that we was gonna venture out and go into the investment side. So we really focus on investors. So if you're an investor out there, you've ever wanted to buy an investment loan, investment home, and you said, I don't have enough money, I have options that will give you opportunities with little or nothing out of pocket. We can make it as good or as expensive, because I need to say this before we get going too far. There ain't nothing free. And I need everybody that's watching this to understand something. When y'all be going out here for these down payment assistance programs, just realize that there's always a backside to that. And there's nothing in this world that anybody is ever going to give you, especially in America.
Right.
But we ain't going to go there, because this ain't a political show, right?
It might.
Okay.
It might get.
But that's who I am. I got 3 kids. I got a beautiful wife. We've been married 27 years.
Say what? Say that again one more time.
We've been married 27 years. Yeah. So we know a thing or two about struggle. Because I'm gonna tell you, it ain't been peaches and cream, like the song say. It ain't always been roses and rainbows.
It ain't never gonna. Yeah. If
always
they
been
tell you that, they lying.
But I will tell y'all this: I woke up one day about 2 years ago, and I realized something, that every single life event that has ever meant anything to me, my wife has been there for me. So Vivian, this is a shout out to you, babe. I love you so much. Thank you so much for always believing in me and my stupid dreams, and believing enough to say that I could do it. And here I am in 2025, 15 years strong in my industry, still doing it. And it's because I got a wife that actually believed in what I was doing.
Man, Valentine's Day ain't till next week sometime, man.
You know what I love? You know what I love about Viv, though, bro? Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I love about Viv. Viv told me a long time ago, please stop buying me Valentine's gifts, because you do enough throughout the year.
Okay, I like that.
My girl ain't into all that, but I still be, I still do. We actually do stuff for the kids. I do something for my daughter. She do something for the boys. The boys do something for her. That and that's just, we've been like that for a long time.
Well, yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been around the family for a little bit, so I everything.
And you know Viv ain't built like that.
Nah.
She don't care nothing about no doggone Valentine's Day and all that. So that's
very humble person, very humble person,
man.
very humble, very humble. And I just love the cheese and cracker and sandwich spot over there.
Charcuterie.
Oh, the charcuterie.
Yeah, thank you, Viv.
Charcuterie.
She said charcuterie. Boy. Say, hey, so that ain't got nothing to do with
tore it up. I tore it up. It was, man.
But before we get going, I brought you something.
What you brought?
I brought TC something.
Well, TC ain't here yet.
I brought the people. He ain't here yet, but I still brought it.
Yeah. He gonna be here.
So I went to my homeboy. A lot of y'all don't know this, but my homeboy is down there. It used to be called Velasquez, but now it's called La Tradicion. And then my boy Luis and Jose, we call him Uncle Luke.
Where they located?
Uncle Luke. So they right down there by the, where they right over here off of 812 East Main Street.
Oh, okay.
But you got to go behind the free spot where you go for your birthdays, for your steaks.
Got you. I know exactly where they at.
So it used to be called Velasquez, but these young men, they came down from Miami and they bought it, and he rolls his own cigars, and so he decided to give me some cigar. Now I told him they don't smoke cigars, so when TC get here, TC gonna have to light this up. Hey, look, I know we on Toke&Talk.
Yeah, this is Token.
Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So look, my boy gave y'all this here.
What was his name?
So Luis,
I appreciate this. Luis.
Hey, but we call him Uncle Luke. So when
Uncle
you go
Luke.
down there,
Appreciate
they
it.
right
Luke.
here. That's their spot right there.
Okay.
And we call him Uncle Luke. But let me
sure.
tell you something about these.
Well, tell me about it tell me how to open it and everything, because I really don't know nothing about these.
So Roy saying he don't know nothing about it. So Roy smoked what he smoked on Toke&Talk. I smoke cigars. So I also understand that most people don't like cigars. But if I can bring you the best of both worlds and a stick, and get you into the right room so you can have the right conversations,
Got you.
then now we're talking about a different conversation, right? So this stick right here, a lot of y'all like to smoke, especially when you start smoking cigars. You want to go into the sweets. You want something that's sweet. Most of the sweet cigars though have chemicals in them, and that ain't good for you. You might as well smoke a cigarette. So the thing I love about my boy Uncle Luke, right over there off East Main, is that he dips his cigars in sugar cane, so it's natural. So now, Roy, you're gonna get an opportunity to smoke a cigar with the same stuff that I'm smoking.
Yeah.
Right?
But
But
a
the
little
tip is sweet.
I just taste it.
Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean you might like it, you might not like it.
Yeah, let's try it.
And then so this is what we call
This
a
is what I've
straight-
been waiting for right here.
That's a straight cut.
In the movies, this where the monster really, when he split that bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody finna die.
And then we ain't cutting no fingers off. And then this right here is what we call a punch, right?
Okay.
I think most people should go straight. So you're gonna want to get this here. Now, when you cut this, you don't want to cut like this. You don't want to come into the cigar and cut half the cigar off. All you're trying to do is get the tip of it enough to where you can smoke it and bring it in, right? Because you want to enjoy cigars. That's the thing I think most people don't realize about cigars, is that cigars are meant to enjoy for hours.
Okay.
So think about this. You had a rough day. You come home from work. You sitting down and what?
Smoke a joint.
You smoke a joint, right? And you gonna talk and talk,
Exactly.
right? You gonna get it. But how many times you gotta make a joint in an hour?
2.
All right, so you got 2 of them. But what if I told you that I'm gonna smoke this the entire show,
I believe you.
and it's gonna be the same one? How much money did I save? All right, we gonna get into the money later. But no, my point is, for like some people like to do weed, and that's cool. And some people like to do cigars, and that's cool. But we can both get to the same
And
place
well,
at the same time.
I have, you know what I'm saying, toked, but we gonna see what this do.
And he might not like it.
No, I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I like how it feels already. I kind of like how it looks. So, you know, pinky ring. I feel like Godfather.
Oh, the pinky ring.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm feeling something right now. You know?
and the cross in the middle.
Yeah, I'm feeling
And the hair
something.
braided. And he shaved out.
Hold on. Hey, let's get to the smoke part. Oh, shout out to Ty for here. Thank you very much, Ty.
Ty,
You can get it done. You can get it done.
So now you're gonna toast it, right?
Okay, let's get into this.
So we're gonna toast this. When you doing a torch, don't put this to your face because you can't see how high how high it go.
I got one of them.
I'm here, but I can feel that right there. See that? I can feel that heat right there.
Yeah.
So don't put this on your face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and the first thing I'm gonna do, let me bless it for you.
Okay.
So this is how we bless. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna roll it around, and we're gonna roll it around. Now what you're looking for is the embers. You're looking for the embers. See, I don't even have to. I've been smoking so long that I can tell where I'm at by looking at the edge of the cigar, and then I'm gonna face it, and now I'm looking in, and I come in close, and then I'm gonna tell him to go ahead and take a puff.
What happened to the clip?
Oh, you didn't do that. I thought you had already did that.
No, you.
So we're gonna go straight. We're gonna go straight cut with him. All right. So
it was straight cut.
Again, so you probably can't see this, but I'm gonna get a little bit closer to his. So on a cigar, these little lines across the top, that's called caps. So we don't want to go down to the bottom cap because that's the last cap. So we're going to try to clip it way up here.
Bring it
at the
my
top.
way.
All
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
So there we go, right here. So we trying to go right here. Oh, move over here. Okay,
This way. Left is
All
right, right is left.
We're gonna get this right.
There
All
you
right.
go. You
So
all right?
the caps are right here, and what the caps look like is just looks like where we wrap the cigars at. So it looked like where we wrap at, right? So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna take it on the top cap. So I'm gonna take this here, go right here, boom.
Okay.
So you gotta make sure that you sharp. So the cutter gotta be sharp. Then, so I already toasted it, but I'm gonna toast it again.
Yeah.
Again, don't put this next to your face. So you're gonna kind of come across here. All right, now take a puff. So now, if you could face the camera, if you see any spots in there that are not orange, that's a problem because it's not gonna burn correctly. So I can already see where it's at. So let me hit the top. So I'm always gonna go away from his face. Boom. So now I got the bottom and we good to go. So tell me what you think.
I'm not inhaling this, right?
So what you think?
I like it. Yeah, I need that tip like that. Yeah, it's nice though.
Okay, so now I want you to take a real good puff and I want you to swallow it.
No, not yet. I ain't ready for that.
No, just try it. Try it. Don't be scared. Try it.
So you inhale.
Watch this. And mine ain't got no sweet tip or none of that. Straight through the nose. So I want you to try it the same way you would do it if it was something that you would tote. Don't go too big now. So how did that feel?
Smoother.
Right. You know why? It's all natural. There's nothing else in it. It's all natural. I ain't
Kinda
saying
like my weed.
and I guarantee you, if you sat there and you did that, it's going to get you to the same level. It's going to get you to the same level that the weed would, and it's going to hold longer.
That'll never happen though.
It's going to hold longer
Yeah, but that'll never happen. I like it though.
because y'all fall in love with smells,
Not really. I like the smell of this cigar.
but that hits way faster, don't it?
Yeah. There's certain similarities to how you light it and everything you're doing. I get that, but the smoke is different. Now I have to inhale. I don't think I really want to inhale this right now.
You shouldn't.
Right, because I don't want to feel a different way.
I just wanted you to see
But
that there is something in there.
there's a lightheadedness I'm getting right now.
Correct. So don't do it no more. Don't inhale anymore.
Yeah, but you told me to inhale in the first place.
That was the first one. So now we done established that. And you know what's so crazy? That's just how life is,
Yeah.
right? You doing what you do on your side, and you love what you do on your side. And then I do what I do on my side, but then I try to push what I do on you, and you try to push what you do on me, and then guess what ends up happening?
Good.
Neither one of us win.
Right.
Because
Well, I enjoy
comfortable.
enjoy that cigar.
but I'm comfortable here and you comfortable there.
Yeah.
But if we weren't homeboys and we weren't friends, we would be trying to when we meet people in life,
Right.
the first thing we do is we put on a set of goggles and we say, this is how I'm supposed to be. I can't believe you smoked this. I can't believe you smoked that. And we automatically have an assumption in our head that what he's doing or what he's doing or what she doing, it ain't right. Right? But we just connected.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
But that don't mean you're gonna all of a sudden want that. Cause you probably gonna pick yours up and you're gonna do what you've been doing, right?
Of course, you've been around me long enough. You know, but I'm very impressed with what the cigar brings to the game. But it's not gonna stop what I do. But I like this.
Exactly, and it's not supposed to stop what you do.
Right. So let me ask you this though: are you gonna go through my ritual?
That's a great question. And see, so this is where the
Not now.
This is where it come at though, because in the world that I reside in, I can't.
So I'll give you.
So because it's legal, even though it's legal, is it legal? Right?
Is it legal.
Is it?
Yes. For me, it is. I got a card.
But I'm saying I don't have a card. So so if something happened right now,
right,
I wouldn't be safe. Right?
And I asked that question just because that's the right answer I was supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? So I asked that. I knew he was gonna say that right off the rip. We've been through that once, twice, 3 times. A lady. So I already knew what it was. But I just wanted the people here to give you a good one. No peer pressure for you.
And let's be honest. Perception.
Yeah.
Right?
And what you do is I understand that.
Doesn't mean I think that's the biggest thing that people have to understand too, is that when you're at different points in your life, you can't always be what you want to be. You have to be what perception needs you to be for your line of work. Some people call it a sellout. Well, I mean, would you agree with that? Is it a sellout?
No, because I do what I want to do in my own home, and then and never bring it out. So if it's something you did, you'll never know. And I'm keeping my $150,000 job a year.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't have to. I can still be the same Roy, but I don't have to do what I want to do in front of you.
There you go.
I feel what you're saying.
And
I'm not saying you do it at home. I'm not saying that, but that's what I would have to do.
But that's what we talking about, Roy. Like I feel like sometimes in our community, especially in our community, right? We have these levels of humans that we have in our head, right? We got the superheroes, we got the medium people, we got he was never gonna be that kind of person anyway. We got he was square. We automatically do that off rip.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, of course. That's how.
Okay, so if that's what we do off rip, then there's always a preconceived notion of who you are. If somebody didn't know you, right, and me and you walk in, they don't know me, they don't know you. I walk in, I got tats on my arm, bald head, I'm wearing shorts, Jordans, right? You got your beard, braids, you smoking weed, I'm smoking a cigar. What you think they think of us?
You as me and then you?
No, us. Because we came together. We came together.
They gonna have two different perspectives of us. One is gonna be as looking at me smoking a weed. It's getting a little better, but right now they're gonna look at me as an outlaw.
So that's how you see it.
Yeah, basically.
So this is why I think this conversation is important, because that's not how my experience says they see it. You know what my experience says they see? They see two black men walking in with tattoos, braided hair, one smoking and one smoking. They don't differentiate that I'm smoking a cigar and you smoking weed. They don't differentiate that you got braids and I got a bald head. They don't differentiate that I got on shorts and you got on that.
So that you just with me though?
No, I'm just black.
Okay.
So like, so and let's put it another. And this is real life. This is what I've experienced in my industry. I don't wear suits. I don't like wearing suits. I don't dress up. I don't do anything.
I didn't understand that.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Siri. That's why you ain't understand it. You always listen to stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Thank you very much.
But we'll say that to another day, Siri, because this ain't got nothing to do with you, shawty. But anyway, my whole point is, I think sometimes this is one of the things that I really don't like about our community. You see it as they see two different people. they see it as them black men walking in the building. I got on shorts.
I almost think that is where you're at.
You think it's where you're at?
Yeah.
So if we walked into that place over there on 98 North, what they see?
That we go to all the time?
Yeah. Don't say their name, cause they ain't.
No, I know what I just said, but I'm trying to. I feel the same way, because the local. I mean, so you're saying that I can't even do that because they locals and they know us. I mean,
yeah,
they're
but
the
you
same
can
people.
though, because they still see.
But they ain't. I mean, I think all white people see us like that. I don't care how they cool with you, and yeah, I don't care how cool they. With you.
Okay, so now that go back to my point that I just said. If we both walk into the building at the same time in a room that nobody knows us, what differentiates us?
My braids, like I said, you might have the tattoos, and I'm just saying, just like you said, you put me in a different, and then you in a different place. I got the braids, I got the weed, so I'm gonna get looked at first.
You think so when you covered up?
Yeah, I think because the braids and the weed automatically, I got the chain on, and I think that comes first because that's what's gonna hit them first.
Okay. Cause I see what you're saying, cause it's more loud.
I'm a little loud. Yeah.
The loud.
My boy hit you with two. I'm loud and I'm loud.
Yeah.
Herbalists get that.
Yeah, they get it.
The herbalists get that.
Hey, that's the plug. Buy from my boy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
My boy.
But you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
But my whole point to that is from the time we walk in the building, there's perception.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right?
I get that.
So you agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
So no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter how much you try to differentiate yourself, you always got to remember that the color of your skin does not change.
That part will breathe. Jim.
It don't change. You are still Jonathan Davis from Lakeland, Florida, who went to Lake Gibson High School, and that's how some people will always see me. It doesn't matter what I do in my life. I got an MBA. Jonathan Davis, Lake Gibson High School. He's from Lakeland, Florida. He graduated It doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, whether I'm walking in there with a cigar and you walking in there with braids and what you smoke, at the end of the day, the minute we walk in there, we already broke the barrier when we walked in the room. But this is the problem with most of us. We are not sitting in the right rooms because we're afraid of what they're going to think of us. And I don't care what you think of me. Just give me the knowledge so I can get what I get, and then I can go ahead and move past that. So you see my tattoos. Okay, that's cool. You see I got okay, I'm the person that walks in with with cut up jeans and a t-shirt that say the mortgage vet, and everybody else in the room wearing, and I got on Jordans, and everybody else in the room got on suits. And I walk in that room, and I'm still the one that did the most business in the room. With my Jordans on, with my cut up jeans, with my t-shirts on, with my Mexican wife.
So why do you think that is?
Because I'm real.
There you go.
And I treat people right, and I'm nice, and I'm kind to people. I'm respectful.
There you go.
I keep my word.
There you go.
So I do the things that people in business are supposed to do, but I got to do it more. I got to be damn near perfect.
I think respectful and keep your word is probably the best thing in business.
And I love
you can be mean as a motherfucker in business, but if you respectful, you know what I'm saying, and you do what you said, yeah. I like that.
And that's why I wanted to make sure that people, when they watching this, that they don't separate that we are two black men. Mm-hmm. And when TC get here, we are three black men. That there's no separation in who we are. We all grew up in the same place.
You best believe that.
Right? Yeah. I've been knowing TC almost my entire life. So don't look at this and be like there's a separation between. No, there ain't no separation. There's no separation. Because if I had to go into a boardroom right now and they told me to pick 3 people to go into that boardroom with me, I'm always going to choose the people that's going to be real with me, and TC going to be one of them. Because I know and I could trust him. Ain't got nothing to do with degrees and all that other stuff. But I think sometimes when people start looking at stuff like this, and they look at the name of your show, they automatically got a preconceived notion about it. But Snoop Dogg can do it all day, every day of the week, and Skechers sign him, and everybody else sign him, and Martha Stewart can do it, and ain't no problem, and Mike Tyson can do it, and ain't no problem. But then when Roy do it, oh, why is he doing that? Because he wants to. That's why.
And I'm bringing you this. So I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that.
100, bro.
Thank you, sir.
100.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's good. That's good looking at. But shit.
He said, but shit. Okay.
I'm gonna jump to some stuff here that I've been thinking about to ask you.
Okay.
Because we talk about money a lot. We talk about politics a lot.
We do.
We chat. We don't say sports. We do it all. And we are Bucks fans.
All day. Fire the cannons.
We are Bucks fans.
Hey, shout out to Mike Evans, bruh. Hey, that last play of of our season, I love it. I'm glad you got it. Hall of Fame, first ballot, all day. No questions asked. Mike Evans, number 13, Bucks for life. That's what.
Gotcha. But I had this one for you right off the rip, though. Yeah, this is the one I had to put up a glass guy. Yeah. So, being that you know about a little bit of money, how long do you think it will be before paper money is completely gone?
Man,
completely gone.
How long do I think?
Yeah, how long you think this paper money thing gonna last?
How long do I think paper money gonna last? Okay, not to get too biblical on y'all, but y'all do realize that that's in the Bible, right?
I did my research.
Okay, so I would hope that it's gonna be a while because I ain't ready. I really don't want to get to the point where we are 100% no currency, but I do believe it's coming. I mean, you can look at Bitcoin. When Bitcoin first came out, I was one of those people that said, no way, I'm not investing in this. And we know what happened with Bitcoin. Just recently, XRP came out. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna miss this train again. So I just bought a ton of XRP. And I bought it at 3 cents. Mm-hmm. And it just sold for $2.79 a share. So my recommendation to everybody would be, get over the fact that we look at things the way we look at things, right? Yeah. Most of us grew up in the church, or we grew up around people who grew up in the church, and we're afraid of a currentless, like not actually exchanging cash. But look at everything that we do every day. Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize this until the other day when I went to Chevron, right there, Nick and Mo's, right there on 98 North, mm-hmm. and Popeyes, get y'all stuff together and open up, please.
Oh Lord,
can y'all please get over this fire thing and please open up so we can go and get some real good chicken? I digress. But right there next to that is Nick and Mo's at the Chevron station. Do you know if you download the Chevron app, you don't have to scan a card. You don't gotta get out. You gotta get out your car and put the thing in there, but you ain't gotta put the thing on the. I literally opened my app and hit fill my tank, and when I did it, the pump turned on. I stuck it in my and boom, and it closed, and they sent me a receipt. Yeah, we are closer to cashless than we've probably ever been.
Yeah, we're very close.
I mean, think about this. How many people got Cash App?
Shit, everybody.
How many people got Venmo?
Everybody.
Okay, they got Cash App, Venmo. What are most banks doing now? They have physical locations? Chime ain't got a physical location. Most business accounts don't have physical locations. Bank of America in Lakeland got one location that's actually open to the public.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that tell you?
Yep.
What is Bank of America? What is all the banks doing? The banks are going to. They really ain't gonna be doing this no more. So think about it. You go and work for somebody, and your check is direct deposit. Will you ever actually touch cash?
Like cash too much. Anyway.
Okay, and then on top of that, how often is the American dollar devalued? Have y'all ever heard about the American dollar being devalued? So, for example, if you go to Europe, all right, if you go to France right now and you go over there with $100 in American money, and you say, I want to exchange this, they're going to give you $94.54. For $100. That's not an ATM fee. That's an exchange fee. Meaning your money ain't worth $100 here. So, to your point, do I think we going to get to I think we're already probably 30% there. If you standing in line right now, Roy, how many people in front of you? If you got 10 people in front of you, how many people pay cash?
I hardly see it. You know what? Now the only way I don't see it is because it's lower than they would get charged more if they had to. But if they can charge it, if they could charge a piece of bubble gum right now, they could charge a piece of bubble gum.
So let me ask you.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
But you're right. They you swiping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so here's the other part. Why aren't we taking advantage of points?
Points as far as on your credit card?
Yeah.
I think debit card is a debit card and credit card, two different things, right?
You should never, ever, and under no circumstance let your debit card be used anywhere.
So you use credit all the time now.
You know why you use credit everywhere?
Speak.
You use credit everywhere because credit has protections that money don't have. So we talking about cashless, right? So tell me why Capital One will guarantee your purchase on fraud, but your bank won't. If I send Roy $100 on accident, Capital One, American Express, all them, they gonna chase Roy down, but they gonna give me my money back today.
Yeah.
What your bank gonna do?
Yeah.
Your bank gonna say, you gave it to Roy. And I'm gonna say, but that's the wrong Roy. They gonna say, give me 60 to 75 days to figure this out. Because you gave it to Roy. The credit card companies don't do that.
You're right
because
about
the
that.
credit card companies are not exchanging cash. So to your point, cashless. So my recommendation to everybody is you never ever, under any circumstance, on no bill that you have, put that on auto pay, put it on your credit card. Because if you call your credit card company and say, I told Roy that I wasn't gonna sign up for this year's podcast, and he charged me $79, your bank gonna say, well, you never canceled it. Your credit card gonna say, we'll get it back from Roy. Here go your $79, move on with life. So cashless, I think it's closer than we think. Because there's so much protection using credit that is not there using cash.
Exactly.
And and here's the other part. When I give you my cash, I have literally lost that money. So it's like, what if Roy takes $150 out of my account and I really needed that to pay for my electric, but the bank tell me 75 days and they gonna investigate. Or if I would have put that on my credit card, the credit card company say, we gonna reinstate you immediately. Now Roy can still go pay that electric bill and his lights ain't gonna get turned off. So nobody care about cash no more.
Yeah, exactly. That was just my question to you. So thank you for verifying to myself, because I damn sure knew you'd have a little bit to say about that. We talk about that. So let's talk about a little real estate. Let's talk about some investments for our people that really don't have a lot to invest. What things out there that can be invested in to you know what I'm saying, start investing, because that's what we actually need to start doing, is investing. And I know the first thing people say, man, I ain't got the money to invest. Man, shit, man, that you want $1,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000. What can a person do? What type of investments at a low cost?
Okay, that's a great question. I'm gonna break it down into a couple answers, okay?
Yeah. Take your time.
So I think not that I think, I know for a fact the thing that we struggle with in our community is coming together.
Definitely.
Okay, having a common goal, where other races, they thrive on that. Like, you know, looking in our community, if you go in my community where I live, right, pull it down and don't go to your face. Yeah, there you go. If you look in the community that I live at, there's people in our community that have 5 families in one house. Okay? They are willing to be uncomfortable. They are willing to be uncomfortable for a period of time to get to a certain goal, right? So, them people, you will see them 5 families deep. 5 families deep, right? Oh, you gotta open that door. I think that's TC. I think TC coming in here. Where he at? But anyway, you'll see them 5 families deep, right? And they all living together. They all living together because they want the same thing. Ultimately, their goal is we want to open a restaurant. We want everybody in the family to work in that restaurant, or we want a gas station and we want everybody in the family to have that gas station, or we want whatever it is that they got to go to. We want this nail salon and we want everybody to work in the nail salon. They will come together and they will form an LLC and they will make that happen. So most of the people that we encounter in our world don't want to do that. They don't want to make that sacrifice. So I got a homegirl of mine that started she was doing braids, right? And she said, I'm tired of doing braids in my own house, but I can't afford to have my own shop. So she came up with a philosophy kind of like Regis, where you know how Regis, where everybody rents a room, right? They got an office inside of a big building, right? So she came up with this concept that she saw in Atlanta, and she brought it to Tampa. And that girl got 15 different people in her shop that do hair. They cut hair. They barbers. They do braids. They do perms and all that stuff. They do nail techs and all that. She was able to get a building where everybody pays a certain amount of money, the same way that they would if they were sitting in somebody else's shop. But now you got your own little area, right? That area has like nail techs and all that. So what they do is they refer each other amongst each other in the same building. You ain't got to go nowhere. So they all entrepreneurs. They all, instead of being in an open area where everybody at, they all got their own little area. So you can make it whatever you want. It's appointment only. And she did really good on that. And it works for her. But when we try to do something the same way, it don't work like that. Because it becomes one of them things where, oh, she thinks she and he think this and he, and it becomes more than what it needs to be. I think in order for us to really get to the next level, I think we have to accept that somebody else had the idea and it's okay. And we're not always okay with that.
Right.
I had an idea to do a podcast, but you did it.
We did it. There's a team. Okay. There's a team in this.
But my point
I get it.
Somebody had to do it first, right?
Right. Yeah.
You got a nice set here.
Appreciate it.
You came up with what you're doing. You have all that. So for anybody that will say, I don't want to go on Roy's show, I don't understand that when you come from where we come from.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Everybody will get offered to come to the show, though. But this man gets tough, because I just want to know, right off the rip, just let me, first episode, first season, I just didn't want you to think you gonna come out here and say, oh, some bullshit. Just because I didn't ask him to say nothing about that. He just said it about that. We come to drop knowledge. We come to drop, like, we gonna give you everything we can give you. You know, like I said, I do what I do. You can like it or love it. I don't give a damn. But that's what it is. But at the same time, you gonna get it and get this knowledge. So back to what we was talking about. Go
But
ahead.
when somebody come on your show too, they have to respect you too.
Yeah.
It's your show, and I don't want it to be glossed over that this is your show, and I don't want it to be glossed over that the fact that you stepped out there and did it. Cause I mean, it's a lot of people that have ideas.
Yeah.
It's very few people that step on them.
Right.
It's very few people that they take that step. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got this idea. Boom. I'm gonna step. I was just telling my wife. I was telling Viv. I said, in September, I said, Viv, 2025 is gonna be my year.
For sure.
She said,
For sure.
okay, babe. Okay. Like she normally does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, babe. Okay.
Behind you.
And guess what I did? This year, I did some things that I never did. I stepped without knowing step 2. I just did it.
I done that, yeah.
Here goes step 1. I don't know what's gonna happen after this, and I'll figure it out as I go along. And we are in February, and I'm doing more this year than I've done in all the years combined. And we're in February. And now the only reason I'm doing it is because I made that step. So kudos to you for taking that step, bro, because you giving people a platform
Oh, yeah.
that most people will sit there, and I'm included, that will sit there and say, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they don't do the step. They worrying about what happens when I'm gonna do the show. I gotta name the show. I gotta do this. Who's gonna be on it? What we gonna talk? No, you just did it, and then everything else is gonna come in. Sometimes we get to the point in business, especially in business, that we worrying about step 5.
Right.
So when you looking at, in my world of real estate and mortgages, I sit there and you ever heard analysis by paralysis?
Yes.
That means that you thinking so much
Right.
that you do
Yep.
absolutely nothing,
Yep.
right? That was me.
Thinking all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. I
Every
think
time
we
you
all
saw
do that.
me, every time you saw me, Roy, what is I doing? Dreaming. Dreaming.
La la.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right? Here we go. Right. So I was sitting there dreaming, but I wasn't making the steps to do it. So
Something like the lotto.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I want to win a lotto, but you don't
Yeah.
play.
Man, as soon as you play that ticket, what you start thinking about? What you'll buy? What you gonna do this? That's what we do. But
But
That's part of it.
you actually made the step. So going back to your question, when we sit there and we think about life and we think about business and we think about all this stuff, I think we get so caught up in the details that we don't never step.
yeah,
Bro, worry about step 2 when you get the deal. So I was, in my mind, I was like, okay, when I get the deal, I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this in order for the deal to close. How about I get the deal first, and then I worry about all the other stuff? Because every and then change your room. Change your room. Change who you hanging with. You can't always be the smartest person in the room, bro.
yeah. You better listen. Sometimes you gotta listen.
Sometimes you got to get in the room where people talking the language that you don't really fully understand. And they talking money that you don't fully understand, and you grab what you can grab in that moment, and you grab it, and then you take it, and then you say, okay, step 1, and that's what I worry about. I never understood fake it till you make it until I made the step to do step 1.
That's what you do. You fake it till you make it. And if you're a good faker, you gonna be in there.
Bruh.
Believe me, I know.
Bruh.
Believe me, I know.
Let me tell you something. Think about it.
You
from
got
this
to.
stand. Let's say
You got to.
Let's say you got a boat, and you say I want to be a fisher boat. I want to have a fisher boat. I want to charter boats, right?
Yeah.
You say I want to charter boats, but you already got the boat. But you like, okay, when I charter the boat and I get the people on the boat, I gotta have all these rods, and then once I get the rods, I gotta figure out where the fish spot's at. And then once I figure out where the fish spot's at, I gotta figure out how much I'm gonna charge to clean them. And then once I do, bro, how long that's gonna take? You already got the boat. How about you just get people on the boat? Cause we just gonna find out they got their own fishing rods anyway. Mm-hmm. They don't even want to. They don't want to. If they real fishermen, they don't want to deal with your rods anyway. They already got their rod, right? You think about how to clean the fish. Y'all ain't even caught a fish yet. You ain't even caught a fish yet. Matter of fact, you ain't even took the boat out. But you sitting there, you going all the way down the road, and you ain't even got on the boat yet. Can you get on the boat, bruh? Just get on the boat, bruh. Get people on the boat. And then you're going to realize that a lot of the things that you are so worried about, God done made the provisions for it anyway, because that was your dream. And I don't think we dream in void. I think everything we dream about, that's not a dream. I think that's God telling you this is something you can do. So if God is telling you this is something you can do, then why are you sitting there questioning what the next step is going to be? Mm-hmm. Everybody love to say they got faith until it get tough.
I thought when it was tough, when people go to asking.
Yeah.
When it get tough, then you hear the Lord come out their mind.
Yeah. When you go to jail, what's the first thing
you say? Lord help me.
They all become Muslims.
When you get drunk, Lord yeah. 5%.
But I don't want to get too far off base. But my whole point is this. Roy asked the question. All I'm saying is sometimes we got to make that first step. We don't even have step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figured out.
Okay. Now, what I need to know is what would be a good investment for a person that doesn't have a lot of money to invest.
So now I said all that because I wanted to set the ground rules.
I got you.
Right? I think the first step, anybody that's going to invest, the first thing you got to do is research. Okay. You can't just.
I always know that.
Yeah. First of all, Facebook is not the place to get your research from. I'm saying you do your own research. I'm saying you go out there and you do research. If I come to you and I tell you to invest in this, do your research on it. But I will tell you this: the reason I got into real estate is because no matter what, you can go back into the 1800s. You can go back to the Great Depression. Guess what stood the test of time? Real estate. Because guess what God ain't making no more? Land.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk.
God ain't making that no more. So if you think about it from a real estate standpoint, a lot of people they got these shows out, HGTV. They telling you to flip a house and stuff like that. If I had $500.
Okay. Now you got boy, you done woke their ass up. $500, nigga. We should have
talk
at least $500.
So if I have $500, cause
you right, nigga should.
I'm buying Jordans every other weekend.
Exactly.
I got $500.
So let's speak on it with $500. How you can invest something with $500?
The first thing I'm gonna do with the $500, is I am going to figure out how can I make the 500 1,000.
Of course. Now a lot of niggas know how to do that already now.
Right.
I'm talking about
you could double 500 real easy, right?
Yeah, we all know that. We talking about in
no. You gotta hear me though. There's a reason I'm starting at 500, because I don't want no excuses.
No. Yeah, I got you on that.
Okay, so if I take the 500, make it 1,000, right?
Right.
And I take the 1,000, make it 2.
Mm-hmm.
I take the 2, make it 4.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing? I'm flipping the money, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't change no matter how much money you invest in. It's still the same concept. All you're doing is flipping money. Right. So now, go back to your first question. Is money really a currency? Right? Or am I taking the 500 and I'm investing it into something that's going to be 1,000, and that 1,000 that I'm investing in is going to be 2, and that 2 that I'm investing in is going to be 4. A lot of people think that you got to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a house. That's incorrect. When it comes to real estate, it's all about leverage.
So, for the people out there that when you tune them into the $500, are we talking real estate now?
I'm still talking real estate.
With the $500,
I'm still talking real estate.
So the people with $500 right now, they think of real estate. I got $500. I'm hearing real estate.
And
Okay.
I'm
Y'all
still
go.
talking
Okay.
real estate.
Let's go.
And I'm still.
I got
talking real estate.
$500 right now, and you talking real estate. I'm ready to go.
So put it this way: FHA loan, it requires 3.5% as a down payment.
Okay.
But if your credit,
Now you got people.
no, you said $500.
Right.
I'm still talking $500.
Right.
But there's levels to this.
Right. Credit is vicious.
Okay, it is. It can be. Credit can be vicious. Doesn't have to be.
No.
Okay, but we still talking about the 500. We ain't gonna talk. We ain't going down the credit road yet. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna introduce this to you and let you know. $500. A person that got $500 and they do an FHA loan or they do a VA loan like we do, like we would. Our down payment is 0.
Yeah. I can't wait to get that started. By the way.
Yeah, and what you mean started?
Because I got a VA. You know I got. We'll talk about that off camera.
I'm just saying you do realize you ain't got to be a disabled vet to get that,
No,
right?
I'm a veteran.
Then you get 0%.
I know.
Oh,
But
okay.
You
All
gonna
right,
set it
all
up for
right,
me.
yeah,
We about to do some. We about to make some moves.
Let's
on
go back
it.
to the 500.
Yeah, let's go back to the 500 for the people.
So for the people, USDA requires 0% down. We still talking about 500.
It's still talking about 500.
Okay, so 0% down with USDA loan. How much did I
USDA.
say you had to put down?
500.
No, 0.
Oh shit! I thought we were talking about 500.
I
Now
said-
we got the 0. Oh
No,
shit!
I'm still on the 500. I'm just trying to show you how much 500 can get you.
Okay.
Because we still talking about $500, but I'm telling you all the programs out there that they ain't asking for your $500,
Like veterans.
like USDA,
Okay.
like FHA with down payment assistance.
Okay.
I ain't asked for your $500 yet.
Not
have I?
yet.
I still ain't asked for your $500.
Yeah.
Because if I get you down payment assistance, the down payment assistance is going to cover the 3.5% for the down payment. When did I say your $500? I ain't brought your money in here yet, right?
Not yet.
Down payment assistance. Down payment assistance, by the way, come close. Come close. I need the camera. Come here. Down payment assistance is not 0% money out of pocket. It is literally what it says. Down payment assistance. They are going to cover your down payment. There's closing costs involved, and they don't cover that. And this is where people get in the trap. So I want to make sure we're still talking about the same thing. I'm still talking about $500 and buying a house.
Exactly.
So
That's an investment.
on an FHA loan, if the down payment assistance, let's say the HANDS program in Lakeland, if you're buying a house in the city of Lakeland and you got a 600 credit score, you can get up to $50,000 for your down payment, and you don't pay it back if you live in the house for 5 years.
Say that one more time.
Okay. Up to $50,000 for your down payment, and you don't pay it back if you live in the house for 5 years. We still talking about the 500, right?
Heck
Because I ain't touched y'all money yet. I haven't touched the $500 yet.
What?
Okay.
I got me a new big screen TV. If I keep moving.
So guess what they're gonna tell you? You got to go to a class in order to get the down payment assistance. Guess how much the class costs? Nothing. Still ain't touched your 500.
Is there a back end to all this?
Yeah. Your $500 gonna come in when I say you need to pay for your appraisal. And when you pay for that appraisal, you have to actually spend $500. Or you got a credit card that got $500. But everything else is going to be taken care of by the seller or the down payment assistance program. I have people every month that are getting to their houses for $0 out of pocket.
Can this work for a duplex or a multi-home?
I'm glad you asked that question. Because if you're willing to live into one side of the duplex,
Yes, I am.
okay, then the other side of the duplex pay for your mortgage.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I was just telling that to people now.
And guess what? You're going to use that same down payment assistance for that duplex. You're going to live in that side. The other person ain't going to know you the owner of both sides.
Yeah.
They're going to pay for your side and their side. And then if you decide after 12 months, I don't want to do this no more, now you got 2 rental properties because you can rent the side that you was in and the side that they was in.
Yes, sir.
And move out.
Yes,
And guess
sir.
what? Do it again.
Yep. Now I got now I can go on and finance something else. It's yeah, that game I play.
So the only thing we use your $500 for was for the appraisal. Now, what's the catch? If the appraisal comes in short and you can't move forward because the value wasn't there, you lose that $500. But if everything's right in a perfect world, which I would say 75% of the time everything's gonna be right, you bought that house for $500 out of pocket. So now flip it to the investor side. We do 100% financing for a lot of our investors. So that means that they come to closing with nothing. Now imagine this. I bought a house in South Lakeland, right? The house was $324,000. My down payment was 10%.
Beautiful home.
10%, $32,000. I got another loan to cover the $32,000. So I, in essence, I pay how much to buy an investment property? $0. And then I said to them, in order for me to make this house to something that I can pay to get to $700,000 so I can sell it, I need $100,000 to remodel it. And they said, we'll give you the $100,000 to remodel it. So again, how much money did I use? Nothing. My money is not invested in this deal. And I'm gonna do it under my LLC name. So if it goes sour, it forecloses, I close that LLC and I do it again tomorrow. Because it has nothing to do with my personal credit.
Do you think a lot of people with the LLC know they can do that?
I don't think a lot of people that have LLCs understand LLCs. I think they saw something on Facebook or something, and they went out and they got an LLC. But I don't think they actually understand what LLCs.
Give them some real shit on what you can do with the LLC.
You can do a lot.
Just give them 2 or 3 right now. You already named one.
Okay. One.
Just because there's a lot of people out there LLCs on a car wash or anything, or just the LLCs are. But what can you benefit from them?
LLC is a tax protector. Okay, I want to say it's a place to put your taxes. Right. So let's say Jonathan the guy makes $100,000 this year. But Jonathan the business makes negative $100,000 this year. How much did Jonathan make? $0. So how much can you actually tax me on? $0.
Right.
Jonathan the business lost $100,000. Jonathan the person made $100,000. It's a wash. So when the IRS come to knock in,
that's what I was
and they say you owe me because Jonathan the business made $100,000 and you ain't pay me any taxes, I say Jonathan the person lost $100,000, so get out of my house. Because Jonathan the person made the money, but Jonathan the business lost the money. And I'm sorry.
You're a whole nother entity.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And everything I have set up under my LLC has nothing to do with my Jonathan person. Because just like Jonathan the person has a social security number, Jonathan the business has a social security number. And my social security number is called an EIN number.
There it is. That's what I was looking at. Tell it, boy.
Right? And that EIN number is attached to my business the same way my social is attached to my person.
Preach.
So if my person loses, my business doesn't lose. If my business loses, my person doesn't lose. We're not the same.
Not the same. They can't touch it.
So even if let's say you just a regular person that works a regular 9 to 5, right? And you got 3 kids. Why wouldn't you just open an LLC for $175 and say that you sell children's clothes? And every time you buy your children's clothes, you write it off you buy it under your LLC. So at the end of the year, everything you ever bought your kids for your business,
I know a few friends that do that now.
You wrote it off.
I know a few,
So everything the government took on your W-2, they're gonna take it on your business side also. So if I'm a beautician and I buy shampoo for my house, I bought shampoo for my shop.
Exactly, it ain't your house. It's your shop.
I ain't never bought. If
I
I buy
liquor,
if I buy extensions,
it's for a meeting. If I buy dinner, it's for a meeting.
You got a podcast.
Yeah,
right?
It's for a meeting, yeah.
If you book your podcast, let's say you book a flight to go to Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't care what you went for, and you say we shot an episode of
every time
Toke&Talk at such and such bar. That whole entire trip is right on.
Yeah, the food, the liquor, everything.
The hotel,
everything.
So when Roy the person made whatever he made on his W-2, and they took the taxes out, you shouldn't have took them taxes out, sir, because Roy the business, I lost more than that.
Exactly.
So now you owe me on top of what you already took. You owe me anyway, which brings me to the next thing I was going to tell you about. How you feel about Trump saying that he gonna get rid of income tax? I want to know. I mean, I know this is your show and you're supposed to ask questions, but I want to know how you feel about that.
I think it's a highway robbery.
So you think Trump is right or wrong saying that we shouldn't be getting income tax?
Dead ass wrong.
You think he's wrong when he says we shouldn't be getting income tax?
That we shouldn't get money?
No, that's not what he's saying. Trump is saying when you get your check, they go FICO, Social Security, Medicare.
Okay.
He said, what is FICO?
They getting all the money.
But Trump is saying, why y'all taking FICO? FICO was supposed to replace sales tax.
So, but that was a setup question, cause
it ain't a setup. I'm asking you what you think about him trying to get rid of that.
I don't mind it.
So put it this way.
You.
So put it this way.
You just explain it, cause
So here's what Trump is basically saying. First of all, he says Trump is basically saying that income tax is illegal. You should not be taxing people income tax because they already pay taxes. They pay taxes when they buy cigarettes. They pay taxes when they buy groceries. They pay taxes when they pay taxes everywhere. So why are you taxing them income tax? Because the income tax is what we call sales tax.
Right.
So he's saying that the American people are getting taxed income tax, they're getting taxed sales tax, they're getting taxed cigarette tax, they're getting taxed Medicare, they're getting taxed Social Security. He said, but they should not be getting taxed income tax because that's the reason why people can't afford to live, because you're taxing them from the time they work. So what he's saying is, let's say Roy is single and Roy makes $30,000 a year. Trump is saying Roy should make $11,000 more than what he makes right now, because when you're taxing him 30% because he's single with no kids, that's illegal. Give that man his money because you already taxing him every time he buys cigarettes.
So you're saying no income tax?
I'm saying Trump is saying that he wants to push for no income tax. How do you feel about that?
So there'll be no taxes on my check.
You'll have Social Security and Medicare, which I agree we should pay that.
Yeah,
that's for the people that came before.
Once again, I say that's a setup.
We need to bring him in.
We're gonna pause it real quick. Like. Man.
But I honestly think that, I think income tax is bullshit. That's what, and basically what he's saying is the IRS.
I understand that. I understand what you're saying as you explain. Yeah.
The IRS was actually initially created for businesses. So what the fuck they got to do with Jonathan the person? Why y'all going after Jonathan the person when the IRS was never set up for Jonathan the person? It was set up for Jonathan the business.
But once again, that comes to the knowledge and knowing the system.
But they're not gonna tell us that.
They not gonna tell us that. It's for us to know now. Now they done gave us, it's out there. Now we can get to it. Back in the day when I was coming up, now you couldn't get to it, but now everybody can get to it, and that's what I think. You can get to it now. You just got to put effort to go get that knowledge. But that's one of the things.
But we don't even. Most of the time, we don't
know.
even know where to look for that shit. Let's be honest. Do we actually know where to go find this stuff at? It's not like
it's out there though. It's how far you want to go. Because once you ask that question, it's gonna get you further and further, and then you're gonna have to know, and it's gonna get you further. You have to keep going through it, and this might take you some time, and that's where we stop sometimes when it get tough. Then we just like fuck this shit. And you just got to keep pushing.
And we all guilty of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just got to push through it.
We all
guilty. We just got to push through it. Once you push through it, and once you get through that, then it's gonna come through.
I'm gonna tell you,
shit ain't easy.
Until about a week ago, I didn't even know that income tax wasn't a thing. I thought it was just like you change your drawers every day. You're supposed to get that. That's why I would say, because that's what we've been doing since day one. We've always done that.
We always done it. We've always had a Social Security number now, and that's another segment. But I'm gonna tell you about the Moors. That's a whole nother segment. But because Social Security, all that shit, then and they'll get away with that shit. If you speaking what you're supposed to speak,
yeah,
you can get off on that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the craziest part about it though, Roy, is to me, is that it used to be don't put it in the book because they won't find it, right?
Right. There you
now
go.
It's like don't put it nowhere.
Yeah, because we.
Until that man said that, I didn't even know that was a thing. He said it a week ago, and I'm like, "What you talking about?"
Yep.
We ain't supposed to pay income tax. What you talking about? We ain't supposed to pay. It's illegal, huh?
And it make plenty of sense.
And then he goes back and says, "Y'all do realize when the IRS was started, that the IRS was started for businesses. It wasn't started for people." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said the IRS has a job. Their job is for businesses. Mm-hmm. They should never be at your front door.
Yeah.
So, and in my mind, I'm like, so wait a minute.
People listen.
So you mean to tell me
people listen
every time
I get them off your back door,
bro? When I was working at Taco Bell, my first job ever was Taco Bell, right there on 98 North. Mm-hmm. I was making $4.25 an hour. I remember very clearly. Worked 40 hours a week. Check was $87 because they had income tax, Medicare, Social Security, right? But you trying to tell me that since I was 16 years old, I've been paying something that I wasn't supposed to pay? That's what you saying? Wait a minute. Okay. So then they make me think, what else in this world do we go through on a day-to-day basis that we just don't know about? Upside down. And we just don't know about it. But that man said flat out that we ain't supposed to be paying income tax.
I like that idea if they're gonna give me my money.
I'm
doing it right.
Think about what he's saying now. He's saying that the average person would have $11,000 more per year if you didn't take income tax, especially the single people, right? If you didn't take income tax. Now, most of the people in I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of people struggle because of the net income.
Right.
They don't struggle because of the gross income.
Right.
Now, if you get them that $11,000 back, you take $11,000 and divide that by 12. How much more, bro? That's a lot of money. You talking about $850, $900 a month that these people getting back.
Right.
Most people are only per you.
Yeah, but what about per kids now? What about them people? Are they gonna get their $1,000 or are they gonna get their?
So that's different.
Yeah.
Now you talking about deductions for taxes, but he's saying you don't even need all that. You don't need it because they never took it. Ain't nothing to get back because they never took it. Like he said, his whole point is Social Security, yes.
Yeah,
help the old people that came before you.
Yeah, they grandfathered in.
Medicaid, Medicare, yes. Help them people because they came before you. But income tax? Wait. So, and his thing is this. You tax me on my income. I go to the grocery store, you tax me on the groceries. I get gas, you tax me on that. I buy cigarettes. If you're in New York or someplace like that, man, you tax me ridiculous. right?
Too.
Liquor tax.
Tobacco is the worst tax in the world.
So all them
Let's
taxes.
say $5.99. You paying $7.99. You like, what the fuck? Yeah, tax money.
So he's saying, if you already tax their income, why you taxing them everywhere else? That's what he's saying. Now, I think he's saying it because of the benefit to the businesses. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Trust me. It ain't got nothing to do with us. But let's say you work for X company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And X company is this huge conglomerate company, and they got 15,000 employees. How much are they matching on that income tax? Because you know when businesses, when you get your income tax, the business has to match that, right? That's a payroll. It's 10%. So if you X company and your payroll is $150,000 a week, and you paying 10% of that, and your employees pay 10% of the money you give them, how much would it save them companies if they ain't got to match the 10% that they? Trust me, it ain't got nothing to do with us. It's got something to do with his homeboys, which is fine with me if I ain't got to pay income tax no more. And then as a business owner, if I don't got to match the income tax, oh yeah, bro, I'm all for that. You see what I'm saying? That goes back to what we talking about with the money. But now they got it to the point where you just hide it all together.
What you think about Bitcoin?
I love Bitcoin.
You into Bitcoin?
I wish I would have got into it when it was pennies.
Why you ain't buy your Trump coin?
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
Nah.
Shit, I'm in anything making money.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in a currency made after a person. And what I mean by that is
I was about to say there's a lot of African currency made after kings and queens.
I don't believe in currency made after people, because I believe in God. So I think when you start putting currency as people, then you putting money above God, and I don't believe in that.
But that's from day one.
I don't believe
All
in
them
that.
Abrahams and Lincolns and all that on there.
No, that's putting a face on the dollar bill. That's not making it currency. So the dollar bill was there before they put a face on it. They started exchanging coins and stuff before it was a person on it.
The Romans put their little thing
The
on
stamps on it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always been a stamp, but it wasn't like a person. It's always been a stamp of Caesar,
Right.
for example, or like you said, Lincoln,
Right.
or Franklin, or
Right.
Obama now, right? It's always been a face that they put on it, but that has never been the currency.
Right.
What I mean by when you come out and you say buy Trump currency and it's a person, I think Trump currency, Bitcoin, two different things. Bitcoin is just a currency.
There's rabbit currency, there's mushroom currency, there's all types of crazy currency. It's just the one that catch. And here's what's booming.
And I bought XRP.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I bought XRP at 2 cents, and it's $2.79 right now. And hopefully it goes up to being what Bitcoin is, because I bought a lot of it. But I don't know. I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of.
And you might be right. Maybe it's all stamped, and then maybe it's all a currency like that. But for me, mentally,
But I don't think his face is on it. I'm not quite sure.
but
I have to
they're
ask TC
naming
when
it him though.
Whenever he get here, I have to ask TC. But I know I don't think his face on it. It's something fight. It might be him raising his hand or something like that. But it's not his face. But it like the body.
But is he the currency?
Yeah, but there's rabbits that are the currency. There's all types of shit. They might have a giraffe on there that's currency. It's just crazy currency. You can just buy into who's
Correct.
pumping.
I agree with that.
That's all it is. It's no godly thing like you get. It's not even real. It's like I said. It's part of Bitcoin. It's
But
part
is it
of
real money? Because you can
no
buy a house
Bitcoin ain't real money.
You can buy a house with Bitcoin.
Yeah, and you can buy a house if you hit big with Trump currency. It's in the market too. It's
Trump
making
currency
money.
can't be traded right now for actual tangible things.
Yes, it can.
Okay.
All that can. Yeah, but I know you can look it up. It's on you. It's on.
No,
the
I
internet.
believe you. I'm just saying,
and I might be wrong that it might not be transferred, but I know you can buy into it, and I know it's steadily going up and down in the market. Boom, boom, boom.
you know what? When you bring that up, it actually brings up a really good point to me, because I never thought about it until you brought this up. Remember when we were growing up as kids, our grandparents used to buy what them things was called. Oh man, they used to buy these something certificates, and they would hand them down to the kids. Oh man,
Was it?
if somebody watching it right now, your grandma probably or your granddaddy probably bought you this, but back in the day, they used to buy these.
It had to do with property, or
No, it was just some kind of certificate, and then they would have them in their little safe box, and then all these little pieces of paper that had currency on it, but it wasn't really currency. You couldn't do anything. I'll think of the name eventually, but
so you couldn't do nothing with it.
I could trade it in for real money, but it was never dollar for dollar.
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna get on.
So my grandparents,
yeah.
man, what was it? They bought. I think of it. Hopefully, I think of it before we finish. But they used to buy these. That makes me think to what you saying is right. I'm thinking about currency in a because it has his name on it, and I don't like the connotation.
Right.
But in reality, what you're saying is right. We got Lincolns. And that's pretty much the same thing. We're saying that Franklin is worth X. We're saying that Lincoln is worth X. We're saying that this person is worth X, and then Trump brings out $1, and somebody made Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So Bitcoin, okay, all right. You just changed my perspective.
So go on and look on there and get you. I know you're gonna try to jump on something.
I won't do that. I won't do Trump coin, but I'll probably
jump on something on there and see what you get.
Well, I did XRP.
I'm quite sure Viv will see what is going on. She gonna go and study it up. And
Did you buy some Trump coins since we talking about Trump coin?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Hold it.
I
as
am
long
holding
as you
it. I just bought one. Very cheaply.
Hey, and guess what? People that bought one Bitcoin right now and they never sold it, I love in life.
Yeah.
That one Bitcoin is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
it might shit. Let it turn something, but I promise you I ain't gonna touch it because it's just one.
But
I don't even want to look at it.
But I love the fact that you did it though.
Shit, TC the one dropped me on it.
I love the fact that you actually went out and jumped on it. See, that's that. Is it gonna be worth something in 20 years?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
I just bought one.
But you didn't go to step 25. You just went to step 1.
Yeah.
Let me just.
But I've been doing that. When I got that club, I jumped out there.
Yeah.
I just fuck it. I ain't never owned no club, but I jumped out there and did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never been that scared to do that. I've always been that type to jump in. And shit.
I love that.
I'm a survivor. Like dump
that.
me off on the island. Man,
gonna
I'll be
survive.
as full as you will. There's so many fish out there. Man, you can't eat fish and crab up, man. Shit, I know coconuts. I eat. Man, come on, stop it.
So you basically telling me that no matter what in life, you gonna always figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
So now, would you agree that these kids that are this generation below us? I used to sit there and say that these kids ain't got what we had.
These kids got it. What they don't have is discipline, but what they do have is the way to get to knowledge. Some of them take it, and a lot of them. There's more black kid millionaires than you ever know off of what we're doing, and I'm trying to get it. Let me in, young money. Let your boy in. You see this great? Let me in a little bit. But anyway, it's out there for them. So there's a lot of young black millionaires out there. I mean, you can see them all over the internet. Kai, all of them. They're multi-million. So I'm happy for them. But at the same time, not them, but you know, they can. It's rough.
I love that answer, bro, because I think sometimes that I'm guilty, and I'm saying me. I ain't saying nobody else, but I'm guilty of looking at that younger generation, and sometimes I have to back up and say I sound like my parents when I be saying like I don't understand their music.
I don't think they're disrespectful enough. That's all.
But we weren't that disrespectful.
No, we was never, man. When you get whipped by your next door neighbors, and then they'll tell you they bring you over there. Yeah, I whipped his ass because he was doing this. Okay, thank you.
And then you get another one.
Yeah. Oh damn it.
And you get another one, don't you?
Yeah.
You got another one.
You got two of them. But these days, shit.
Now I agree with.
Yeah,
so that we do agree on that. But I do love how this generation is willing to just step out there and just do it.
Yeah.
They do stuff that we wouldn't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they step out there.
Yeah, I don't know that
step
we
out there
had the
and do it.
courage to do it.
Yeah.
You know what
So,
I'm saying?
There's a lot of them out there. So I'm happy about that part.
Me too.
But this is what I'm disappointed in.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed in the old money too. Because by putting our money together, man, and I don't know if it's possible, and some people are trying to do it. I know there's some Muslims out there that's trying to do it, that are trying to get their own property and buy like a couple of thousand acres. Off it. I don't give a fuck if you put it in desert, because that's how we are. As a people, we'll build shit anywhere.
You're absolutely right.
We are the ones that built this whole goddamn country, so
100.
we'll build it anyway. So give us the worst part of the motherfucking country we want to get at a good price, and we'll turn it into what we need to. And if we can just do that and put our own malls and and just do that one time, and just the right people come in and just like I would do real estate, because you know I've been in real estate a long time and dealing with selling properties and renting properties.
Right.
First thing I need to know is what you got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you just renting and this your first apartment, and you got kids, nah.
Yeah.
If I got the property, nah.
Yeah.
If you ain't on your job long enough, you just got a job and you trying to move out the house, no, yeah, it's too much going. You want to go party then, because you just I got a new crib. I need somebody established that been on the job about 3-4 years.
Right.
Your kids might be, you know what I'm saying, 6-7 years old. I prefer them older so they don't touch the walls and all. You know what I'm saying? I understand all that. So
yeah. And that's why from a real estate standpoint, when we're renting properties out, and stuff, you got to do your back checks. And we not going with top finishes. We're not going with top line finishes, because
I just want to own some property and just us.
But we can do that.
We could do it. But they don't put it together.
Yeah.
It's everybody trying to outdo each other. They got the new this. And them ugly ass motherfucking goddamn, excuse me, I'm cussing. Them ugly ass cyber motherfucking trucks. Them the ugliest shits in the world, but they trying to outdo it and make it look, man, you can't make that ugly shit look good, man. That shit ugly as hell.
But now you sound like you sound like my uncles when I was younger. And this is what I love about our life. Because I sound the same way. I be looking at them, I'm like, I can't believe you wearing that. I can't believe they doing that. I don't understand their music. All it is it's just the change. It's the shift, right? And I'm with you. The only thing I don't like about this generation is they so disrespectful.
That's it.
They so disrespectful.
They don't want to hear shit, because guess what? They making money.
Bruh,
they get disrespectful when, nigga, how you gonna tell me something and I'm making more money than you? So there it go right there. There it go right there. You done lost all the respect. And you could have been the old rapper. Could have had his, but what you doing now, nigga? Yeah. I got the money, you know. You know what I'm saying? So disrespect off the rip.
Exactly. And
I get you.
Just like you can't. The generation that we grew up with. If your pops came to me and said, "Hey man, I don't like the way you moving. I really don't like what you're doing right now."
Yeah.
Hey, when you talk to her, you say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. When you do this, you do that. And if I would have been like, "Man, I ain't trying to hear that," bro, your pop would have jacked me up. Told my daddy would have jacked me up. Told my uncle would have jacked me up. Now it's like, you come to me and you say, "Hey, bro, I seen your son the other day. He was doing way too much.
I had to put my hands on him.
Nigga,
you touched my son? You touched my motherfucking son? What's wrong with you? Yeah, daddy, you touched me. Now you got to fight the whole family when damn, bro, you about grew up in. Well, you can't even say that, because that nigga, our age, and that nigga might be 30. Right. With a kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, with a kid that young that act a fool. So he ain't really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't into all that too. You know what I'm saying? Because an older nigga would have been, I appreciate that, bro.
And that's the difference.
Beat his ass again.
And guess what? If I would have went and did that, you know what my daddy would have did? Turn around and beat me again.
Yeah, beat you again. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I done took them before.
And now it's like, we don't have that. We don't have that village mentality no more.
Yeah.
So what you just said, like, let's come together.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. And this might be very unpopular when I tell y'all this, but black women do it better than black men. They know how to get together and do some stuff. Look at them girls down there in Ohio. It was 6 girls that got together. They bought 150 acres of land. They
go.
put a whole bunch of.
I've been seeing it on the internet.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
They did it in
Social
Atlanta.
media. Yeah.
They did it in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
But and kudos to the black woman. They do that way better than we do.
They've been doing it too.
They do it way better.
That's that come together. That's that back in the day where they made the family come together. You know what I'm saying? They were the nucleus. You know what I'm saying? We did what we had to do, but they brought it together.
So let me ask you this, because you just brought that up, family thing, and just so y'all know, we doing off the dome. This all the dome.
We've been doming for the last hour and a half waiting on TC.
Yeah, he'll get here when he get here. Ain't nobody worried about that.
That's my boy. He got called up.
He probably bowling a 300 right now.
He's bowling. Oh, if he bowling. If we bowling deduction.
Hey, we're gonna take the income tax on him when he
there you go.
Right?
That's what I'm talking.
You better walk in here. Hey, we're gonna tax him as soon as he walk in.
Yeah, he taxed.
But let's think.
We've been talking about it.
Let's think about this though, Roy. Like we just talked about how our generations were so different, and how black women they seem to get it, bro. They can come together and they can just do it.
Oh
like
wow,
this.
I've seen them. I know one. I know, but she get it. She get it. Yeah, she get it. She do her own thing, boy. She got her own house, got her own car. You know what I'm saying? She be doing it. She always looking for something to keep growing. She keep a nigga on point, but she cool people. That's my homegirl. She cool people though, but she and I like that. That's how, and they thrive, man. They thrive, bro.
And it's like.
So I know what you're talking about.
But
you brought it up.
So how we get there?
Shit, one of them.
How me and Roy get there?
We do the same goddamn thing.
How me, Roy, and TC get there? How we come together and we do that? The same thing.
Yeah, the same thing as one. But we kind of do that, but now we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing your own thing. Just like I said, that's why you're here.
Right.
That's why you're right here, because you and Viv been doing it. Like I said, you've been hosting us. You've been always good. You knew TC way longer than I had.
Right.
He introduced me to you. I guess you thought I was a good people, and you know what I'm saying? TC good, so I know he good.
I ain't think you was good people. You good people.
Yeah, so
your energy, energy is real. I ain't never seen you down talk anybody.
No.
Number one.
No.
Your energy good. TC love you, so I gotta love you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So it be it's like that. But you over time, me and you've got our own relationship outside of TC.
Right.
That's why we can do this when he ain't even here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I love the fact I keep coming back to this, but I love the fact that you stepped out, bro, and you started this. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that I think sometimes we don't give flowers when we supposed to give them. I don't want to wait for you to be gone and be like, yeah, my dog had the courage to step out there. No, I'm gonna tell you now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you, bro. You did something that I've always wanted to do and never had the courage to do it.
But now you know you can come on anytime.
And
you got something to say.
And I'm in a platform where I feel comfortable.
You already know
you
that.
See what I'm saying?
If I was in your home comfortable and you made me feel comfortable every time, your whole family, man, I love your kids, matter of fact. And hey, man, that's some good kids.
Hey, shout out to their mama.
Oh man, like I said, I can't say too much about their mama. She know how I feel about it. She good people. Mm-hmm. But the people think like, well, goddamn, you don't have to keep talking about the man wife.
But I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You gave her a just due. She good people now. But I tell you, Viv is great people, man. She's a humble person, and she'll help you any way you can, and she feeds you good, and she makes sure you drink.
So before we go to our next subject,
what's that?
Right, the whole thing started with Roy said $500, and we talking about real estate.
I just want to know. Yeah,
I think I gave. I don't know if maybe you got more questions to come behind it, but I think I gave everybody a vision on how you can do it. A lot of my investor clients, they started out using an FHA loan or down payment assistance, and to your point, buying a duplex, living in it for a year, leaving, doing it again, living it for a year, do it again. I mean, think about it. In 3 years, you can have 6 doors.
So let me ask you this. One more question. When is the market going to start picking up and getting good for the homeowner, in case they want to sell or buy? Matter of fact, to buy. When is it going to be better to buy?
Okay.
When do you think?
I always think the best time to buy is now.
Right now
And
is the best.
The only reason I say that, I don't care what the market look like. I don't care if we talking 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
The best time to buy is always going to be right then, right now. Because here's what people do a lot of times. They wait for the interest rates to drop.
Yeah, that's the first thing I hear him say.
Okay, but what they don't realize is while the interest rates are dropping, the prices of the houses are going up. Right? So think about this. Let's say we in February right now.
Right now.
Okay. If you look at a house go to Google or Zillow. Okay, go to one of them sites and look at a house, and I want you to save that house. And if it says $350,000 today, right? Look at that house in 6 months. It won't be $350. That house is probably gonna be $375, $400. So now think about it from what am I approved for? If you are approved for $375, you will not be able to buy that house in 6 months because now that house is $400,000. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So while you're sitting here waiting on the rates to drop, the prices of the house are going up here. So if the prices of the houses is going up here and the rates are staying right there and they drop a little bit, the prices of the house is always going to grow faster than the rate. So the best time to buy is always right now.
Okay.
I think a lot of times what people do is they get caught up in, I don't like the tile. I don't like the cut of the outside.
Oh, that ain't me.
I
can change all that.
I don't like.
I'm a handyman.
I don't like this. I don't like that. Everybody ain't a handyman.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they look at
right.
it and they say, "But this is what I want." But then the next question is, how long are you gonna live in that house?
Me? You talking about me?
You.
The rest of my life?
You would.
Yeah, because of the age I am. Yeah. Unless I hit the scratch a lotto and I get.
Yeah, if we can scratch a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the only way. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way.
Okay,
like,
so but the average American, you know how long they stay in their house?
You really want me to guess? 4 to 5 years.
6 years.
Okay, I was close.
Average American stays in their house for 6 years.
Do they move on or lose it?
Both.
More
people
lose it, or
more people move on.
Okay, good. Well, that's a good thing.
More people move on.
That's a good thing.
Because here's what happens in life.
That's what
right?
I wanted to hear.
Here's what happens in life. Okay, prime example. Me and my wife. You've been in my house.
Lovely house.
Okay, way too big for what I got right now. I ain't got nobody living there.
It says, you know what?
Okay.
The kids.
Okay. So now, what's my options?
Let me move in. Let's swim. Shit.
Hey,
shit.
Hey, you see, hey, she on the, Viv.
You got the whole upstairs I can have.
Hey, yeah, we can make it a whole suite.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
But here's the thing.
I got you. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. If we sell our house and downsize, is that an option?
Yes.
No.
What you mean? You could rent that out for what? Your mortgage, right?
If I sell my house,
you
right
said
now,
sell it. Okay, I
right?
thought you were gonna rent it out.
I'm gonna pay more for a smaller house than I got right now.
Oh, right now, yeah. I thought you was talking about
so
like,
now let's go
downsizing.
Back. So now let's go back to what I just told you.
Okay.
When is the best time to buy a house?
Right now.
Right now. This is why the generation that came before us, that's why TC the mama still live in the same spot.
Yeah, my mom.
Right? Your daddy got the same house right now, right?
Over 40 years.
You know why? Where they gonna go and get the house that they got?
Right.
That size of the house for the price that they owe, and a lot of time
I
they don't owe
rebuild.
nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So where am I go?
Nothing.
So it's like in my house right now.
Restart.
If I were to leave my house, I'm gonna pay more for the smaller house. Why would I do that? So going back to your question, when is the best time to buy? Right now. Stop waiting on interest rates, man. Man, interest rates be all over the place.
Right.
All right, think about it.
So you can't really guess what's going on.
Man, when your mom and dad bought their house, when TC mom and dad bought their house, their rate was probably 19%.
You know what my pops had to put down? The property where we stay at, $50 motherfucking dollars, man.
$50.
50 fucking.
How much you got to put down now?
Shh. That was to hold the property and come back. That was just to hold it and come back. But then he had to put $1,000 to get shit off the ground and run the credit check, and that was it.
And when was that?
Back in 82.
And in 82, $1,000 was a lot of money.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess so.
So then now it's like, okay, Pop, let's sell this house and let's get a different house.
Man, that's what I said. I can't sell that house.
What?
There's some reason I can't sell it because that man put everything he had into it.
Exactly.
So I ain't staying in it, but I'll sure rent it out. But it ain't going nowhere.
But it's gonna be in the family,
it's
right?
It's gonna be in the family.
Okay,
forever.
so that's my point. So it's like now the question is, when is the best time to buy a house? Should we wait for the rates to drop? Okay, you keep waiting on the rates to drop, and you're gonna be in a shite.
Now should I take if I don't want to live there, should I take something out on the house and go buy another house with the house I have and move somebody in and let them rent and pay for both? But they ain't pay and let that pay for my crib, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That was just a little, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I
So
know to do that, but
the
I just
rule,
want you to hear it from him.
you know, the rule of money is. You ready? You ready? The rule of money is use somebody else's money.
Thank you. That's all I would do. I was gonna do it, but I just wanted to.
That's the number one
Teach.
rule of money.
Right.
I don't want to spend my money. You know how rich people stay rich? They don't spend no money.
They use other people's money.
They leverage. Remember I said that word leverage?
Yes.
The rest of the night. That's the key word for the night. Leverage.
Leverage. Okay.
Because I can take that $500 we started with, and if I leverage it right, I'll make that 500 1,000. If I leverage it right, I'll make that 1,000 2. If I leverage it right, that 2 become 8. The 8 becomes 16. The 16 become 32. You see where I'm going with this? But I'm using the same 500.
Man, hold on. I think TC had the.
Right down, come down.
Right up.
Here we go. One selector. Feeling good all day, every day.
What I'm gonna say?
Don't overcook my queen.
Here we go.
Open me eyes. Just on my day. Extra for blessing.
All day, all day.
Leave out daily for my place to be. Eyes open so wide. No fantasy. I love me life. What a predicament I'm in. But I stay. Eyes to the sky. Trying to never stop reaching my piece of the